Hey, today we're going to take a look at Because of Your Love, another great Paul Baloche song. He's got a great recording up on YouTube for acoustic, and I'm going to show you how they play it on the recording. Get pretty darn close to it, the recording that you probably heard. And it starts off with a G minor 7. And after you learn the rhythm, it's really this is the easiest part of the song to play, and it's not a hard song to play, except there is some parts in the verse that we're going to look at that's a little bit more involved. But I'm going to mute the 4th, 5th, and 6th string with my thumb, just in case the Holy Spirit moves me and I'm maybe get a little sloppy on a bit, and that way I can hit these 3 strings. I've got an open G, this 3rd string, I've got a D, I'm playing with my 3rd finger, and with my 4th finger a G. And I'm going back and forth between my 4th and my 2nd finger to an F sharp. This is a derivative of the G5 chord. Okay, so here's what it's going to sound like. And I'll go on and play the verse if I'm feeling it, and go on and play through that, and I'll show you the verse later. But I'll play slow, and then I'm going to play that tempo. Okay, that's how I'm playing that as clean as I possibly can. Now I am putting in a Holy Grail reverb, very slight in there. That's the only difference. I'm playing on a Telecaster in the bridge position with a lot of treble dialed in. This is some kind of a super duper thing on it. I don't even know, American thing, I don't know, American Telecaster. I don't know anything about guitar, so if you email me, I don't know anything about them. I play string bass and all of, but I do have my tone all the way up for treble. So, here we go, learning the verse. Play this on your fingertips, and if you have a habit of playing with your guitar back, leaning back, you're going to really have to straighten it back up and play on your tips, because we don't want to hear. We need to be on our tips so we can hear. We're going to try to let these strings, we're arpeggiating these chords, and we really need these strings to ring out the whole time, or it's just really not going to sound exactly the way what you're really going to want to try to, the sound you're trying to get. So I'll play it very slow. Now, the second time I play it, instead of, when I go into my power chord, I hope you got that. It's going to take some work. Start off with it slow and then pick it up. And after a while, you can play at any tempo you want. And it's really... Don't worry, you'll get it. But there's no reason to do that. But just work slowly, start with your slow tempo and move it on up. For the power chord, there's really 2 ways to play it. Kind of depends on what your other guys are doing. But I'll play it with a little metal zone. A lot of guys will also want to play it. That's all it is a little bit of reverb. That's an MT2. an SD1 would sound like. A DS1 Boss distortion. A GE7. A Keeley Fuzzhead. A Big Muff. Gosh, it's fun to play electric guitar. Sorry about that. Just a little aside. Okay, now we're going to look at our solo. The solo, there's another version on YouTube. There's a lot of shifting. I'm not really understanding exactly. I'm sure he's got an idea of what he wants, but I want to show you another way to play the solo. And I'm going to play it very slow without any distortion or anything except just the slightest bit of reverb. And I'm going to even take that off. So. There's all my big shift. One shift in there, one major shift, not 8 shifts. So now I want to play it with a little bit of, or quite an average amount of DD3, and I'm going to play it with a metal zone. This will be more of the tempo. Okay, now that's going to take us to a clean part of the song. You might just want to let your acoustic player handle that, but if you want to play it yourself, I'm going to. It's a 1-4-5, a G. Now, a G. The 5th string I'm muting with my 2nd finger because I just think that's just too much bass to sound like. That's just way too much bass. So I generally, when I'm playing electric lead, I'll take gives me a cleaner sound. I'm muting with my 2nd finger, my 4th and my 6th string. Come up with a cleaner sound, a C2, and then I'm going to go to a. And you can mute it with your 2nd. Do a video of YouTube of just 1-4-5 songs. There's all the different ways you can play a 1-4-5, and I may just do that some crazy day. Which leads us back. After that, we go right back to the very beginning. This is like the 4th time, or 3rd or 4th time you play. And then in the recording, there's a guy that's going. And that's a lot faster than what the recording is, but there's 3 parts. So your verse, your chorus, and your solo. So nothing to it. Just work on it, you'll get it. If you need if you'd like to, you can want the tab. I've written this all out on tab. If you want this copy of it, post me, rate me and post me, and I'll answer you back. And maybe I can figure out a way for you to get me a self-addressed envelope, and I'll just send it to you. For no charge, of course. But, you know, just let me know. Professor Popsicle, former Christ for the Nations guitar instructor. Thanks for watching.